The empty cup. Why humility is the ultimate power for lifelong mastery. Opening statement: the illusion of fullness. Look around you. How many full cups do you see? They are everywhere. In boardrooms, classrooms, social media feeds. They are the ones who interrupt, who dismiss, who declare their knowledge as absolute truth. They are the ones who seem to have all the answers, leaving no room for questions. The arrogant person is like a full glass. They think they know everything, convinced their cup is overflowing with wisdom. And because it's full, it cannot hold any new knowledge or truth. Any new insight simply spills over, never truly entering their being. This isn't just about rudeness. It's a profound impediment to growth, a self-imposed prison of intellectual stagnation. But there is an antidote, a path to limitless expansion, a secret known only to those who dare to embrace their own vast ignorance. The wise person always keeps their glass empty. This isn't weakness. This is the ultimate power, the deadly trap of arrogance, when knowing becomes a blindfold. Why do we crave certainty so desperately? Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. To admit "I don't know" feels like a vulnerability, a sign of weakness in a world that praises expertise. But certainty, especially when it tips into arrogance, is not strength, it's a blindfold. The full glass person stops asking questions because they assume they already have the answers. They stop listening because what could anyone else possibly teach them? They stop learning because their mind is already closed, their intellectual muscles atrophy. This isn't just about factual knowledge. It extends to life experiences, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal relationships. An arrogant person believes they understand human nature, relationship dynamics, or market trends, effectively sealing themselves off from deeper insights and empathy. The true cost of a full glass is not just the knowledge it rejects, but the opportunities for transformation it loses. The illusion of the peak. When progress dies. Our society celebrates reaching the peak. Finish your degree. Get that promotion. Achieve that financial milestone. We are conditioned to see these as endpoints, moments to declare victory and rest on our laurels. The moment you think you have reached the peak is the moment progress stops. If you believe you've reached the summit of knowledge, skill, or wisdom, there's nowhere left to climb. Your growth trajectory flattens into a plateau, then descends into stagnation. You become irrelevant, obsolete, and ultimately, unable to adapt to a constantly evolving world. Think of the once dominant companies that collapsed because their leaders believed they knew best. Think of the athletes whose careers ended prematurely because they stopped seeking improvement. Think of the brilliant minds who faded into obscurity because they closed themselves off to new paradigms. A full glass is heavy, cumbersome, and breaks easily under pressure. It symbolizes a mindset resistant to change, brittle in the face of new information. The empty cup, the ultimate source of power. Humility, not putting yourself down, but opening yourself up. Hook 4. Redefining humility. Humility is often misunderstood as self-deprecation or weakness, but it is precisely the opposite. Humility is not putting yourself down, but acknowledging that you only know a tiny fraction of the vast universe. It's the profound realization of your own smallness in the face of infinite knowledge. This realization isn't crushing, it's liberating. When your cup is empty, you become a sponge. Every interaction, every book, every failure becomes an opportunity to absorb something new. An empty cup is light, agile, and resilient. It can be filled with anything, adapting to any liquid knowledge offered. It's an active, not passive, state. It requires conscious effort to let go of preconceived notions, biases, and ego. Humility empowers you to learn, to listen, and to grow beyond your current limitations. It's the foundation of true wisdom, the power of continuous flow, staying relevant in a changing world. Imagine a river. If it stops flowing, it becomes stagnant, dirty, and eventually dries up. But if it continuously flows, it remains fresh, vital, and powerful, carving new paths and nourishing new life. Continuously keep your cup of knowledge empty, to always be ready to learn, listen, and grow. This isn't about forgetting what you know. It's about making space for what you don't know. It's an ongoing process of unlearning, relearning, and integrating. Learning, actively, seeking new information, skills, and perspectives. Listening, giving genuine attention to others, understanding their viewpoints without immediate judgment or rebuttal. Growing, applying new insights to transform your understanding and behavior. Embracing change as an opportunity rather than a threat. An empty cup ensures you remain a lifelong student, always adapting, always evolving, always relevant. This is the true meaning of lifelong mastery, the practice of emptying your cup. Daily rituals for lifelong growth. Daily audits. Identifying the full spots. To keep your cup empty, you must first identify where it tends to get full. Self-reflection audit. At the end of each day, ask yourself, where did I assume I knew everything today? Where did I stop listening? What new perspective did I reject? Be brutally honest. Challenge your assumptions. Actively seek out information or people who challenge your deeply held beliefs. Engage with opposing viewpoints, not to argue, but to understand. The beginner's mind. Approach every new task, every new conversation, even familiar ones, with the curiosity and openness of a beginner. Pretend you know nothing. What new details would you notice? What new questions would you ask? This conscious practice transforms your mindset from defensive to explorative. The power of I don't know and tell me more. These are not phrases of weakness. They are phrases of power. I don't know liberates you from the burden of having to be right or having all the answers. It opens the door for genuine inquiry and collaborative learning. Tell me more invites deeper understanding, signals respect for the other person's perspective, and often reveals insights you would have missed if you had simply waited for your turn to speak. Embracing these phrases creates a positive feedback loop. The more you admit your ignorance, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you realize how much more there is to know, fostering an even deeper humility. Conclusion. Your life, an infinite vessel. If you choose to live with a full glass, your journey will be finite, limited by the boundaries of your current knowledge. You will experience the bitterness of stagnation and the regret of missed opportunities. But if you choose the path of the empty cup, your life becomes an infinite vessel, constantly expanding, constantly being filled with new wonders, new truths, and new possibilities. True power doesn't come from declaring what you know. It comes from humbly acknowledging the vastness of what you don't know and committing to a lifelong journey of discovery. Empty your cup. Make space for the universe to teach you. Are you ready to embrace the boundless power of the empty cup and truly master your life?